You shouldn't combine a rehearsal dinner.
All right, welcome back. This is Steve's third wedding.
With stand-up comedy.
Why are we even having a rehearsal dinner? This is Steve's third wedding. We are done rehearsing.
But you should combine your home and auto insurance to save 20% or more when you switch to Arbella.
Boy, why is everyone so uptight?
I saw him walking across the hall. All right, taking a deep tour, damn. He was just I do that with graphic notes all the time. Yeah. Give him a hard time? Yeah. Good afternoon.
How's it going?
Great. You?
Good. I'm good.
What do you see from this Colts defense?
Yeah, I think this is once again one of the top defenses in the league. Great front, great in the back end, great linebackers. So they got the players, and obviously it's a little new scheme compared to last year with Gus Bradley, but they've obviously done a really good job this year in tackles for loss, pressures, and all that. So, they're getting back there to the quarterback, and it's just a really good defense, and we just got to be ready to go.
Matt, you mentioned after the game on Sunday that you put in a little extra work last week with some of the guys. Is that one of those things that just carrying over into this week of putting a little extra to go into this Sunday?
Yeah, I think you want to just find ways to improve as a unit and as an offense, and whatever we can do to communicate better and get on the same page is important. And we have our meetings every day, but we also want to make sure that we go through plays that maybe we didn't hit in practice or looks that we might see in the game. And it's always good to get the extra mental reps. You might not get it on the field, but if we can talk through it and get it in the film room, that's always good.
Matt, what's it like the journey to strive for consistency as you go about what you're trying to improve on a daily basis?
Yeah, I think consistency comes with hard work and execution, really. You got to be able to do it every day, and obviously starts in practice, and that's the important part. But yeah, we definitely want to be more consistent, and that kind of goes back to your process as an individual player. What can I do to be a better quarterback, and how am I putting myself in a position to do that? So it's kind of individually focused, and then, with that, when one guy does it, then you got to get all 11 guys to do it, and that's where the consistency comes from.
Do you think, Mac, you guys are still trying to figure out in some ways who you are offensively?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think every week there's a different game plan, which is good. That's how we've been around here, and we try to attack defenses, and with our defense, they try to attack their offense. So we always have a little bit, things we want to do extra or differently for a certain week, but for the most part, we know what we want to do, and we want to improve on the areas that we weren't good, whether it was the last week or in the past couple games, and just improve. So definitely a lot of things to improve on, and we're just going to try and fight to do that.
Matt, what have you seen from Ramondre in pass protection and pass route running?
Yeah, I think our backs have done a great job, and Mondre, he's a really, really good runner with the ball in his hands, whether that's catching or, getting the handoffs, and he's done a really good job in pass protection. He's a strong, big dude, so definitely, happy with him there, and obviously Damien's the same way, and the younger backs and everybody, they've watched them and done the same stuff. So all the backs know what to do, know how they're supposed to do it, and then obviously, it's always good to see them putting in good effort on pass protection, which sometimes goes unnoticed, but it shouldn't. It's a really big part of some plays.
Mac, I imagine one of the things you guys want to improve upon is the turnovers. But what do you see? Is there anything you can put your finger on with the turnovers, and how eager are you guys just to play a clean game on Sunday?
Yeah, I think that's important. The ball is number one, and we got to do a better job with that, and I do too. So definitely just watch the tape and see what we can do better. But they're part of the game, and you just got to move on from them. And we're trying to identify, how we can be better, and that's the important part, right? You just go about your day and run the play how it's supposed to be executed, and if it's not there, then just throw it away and move on to the next play.
Mac, when we talked to Matt last week, he mentioned you guys had a long conversation about the 3 levels of throws and sort of when you want to make those throws.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're finding a better balance with that as a group on how you attack teams and hit all 3 levels of the field?
Yeah, I think, as always, short, medium, and long, and however it comes, it just goes down to, taking what the defense gives, whether that's the short or the medium or the long. If your long guy is open, then you want to give him the ball. If he's not, then work through your progression and things like that. But it always goes back to taking what the defense gives.
What are you seeing from Gilmore?
Yeah, he looks great. I think I was here with him just for a little bit. Obviously, he's injured and stuff, but he looks great out there. He's just a great cornerback and still is. And you can tell they're putting him out there, and he's locking down the guys for the most part of just covering them, one-on-one and doing his thing. So he's definitely still a premier cornerback, and I have all the respect in the world for him and how he treated me when I was here young, just some of the information that he gave me in the training room or just at his locker. So he's definitely an all-time dude, and excited to go against him again here.
Talking about some of those short throws, Mac, we saw it looked like some of the RPOs Sunday that we had asked you about, I don't know, maybe a month ago or so, and said, you liked them in college, and they're cool, I think is how you describe them.
Yeah.
Is that something that you'd like to do more of moving forward? Is that just a game plan thing, or is that something that you guys think you'll be able to build on?
Yeah, I think that just depends on the week and how we want to attack. And you look at the NFL, and every offense is running, for the most part, some version of them. Some people are RPO heavy, and some people just have a dose of them. So it can't be your whole offense, but definitely just adds a different layer to your offense. So want to be able to do whatever we want at any time in the game, run the ball, throw it, play action, RPO, etc. So definitely need to improve in other areas too, to kind of allow those plays to happen. And but those are good plays overall.
Last question?
Sorry, let's somebody else.
I remember last year when people were talking about dink and dunk and maybe the reins being on the passing game, you said something to the effect of, you'll never go broke if you always take a profit.
Yeah.
Is that still a general philosophy of yours?
Yeah, it will always be that way.
Where
So,
did that come from, high school? Or?
yeah, actually my high school offensive line coach, Coach Lance, he told me that. He's like, he used to call me Sunshine. So he would say, like, Sunshine, you'll never go broke taking a profit. So we ran the wing tee. So if the back was open, give it to him and let him get the 5-10 yards, and good things will happen. All good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mike.